Hey everyone, welcome back to A Winner Is You. This video I wanted to show you some Sega Saturn imports that I enjoyed playing over the years. First up is All Japan Pro Wrestling, featuring some Virtua Fighter characters. And man, I really like playing this game. It's a little slow compared to the modern wrestling games, but it does have a few things that may seem like a precursor to those titles, like the WWE 2K games. For instance, the chain wrestling is very well made here. The graphics are great. The polygon models look really good. They still hold up, to my eyes at least. The reversals and timing system are top notch. I just love when someone tries to grab me for a German suplex and I could tap a few buttons and hit them with a back elbow to break free. Run to the ropes, come back with the spear. It's just awesome wrestling in this game. I really recommend it. It has a few characters. It's a little bit on the short side, but a lot of the famous wrestlers are on here. And it's such an enjoyable ride to play this game. If you could find it out there, I recommend, purchasing it. It's a good game. Alright, next up is XMen Children of the Atom, and this is a great conversion. When it came out, it was the marquee title compared to all the other versions out there. I believe the PlayStation version came out a few years later. Sadly, it wasn't as good as this one. The load times are fairly short for the time. It was up to 12 seconds each load time. The colors, they do seem faded compared to the arcade version, but they are still vibrant. The voices of the classic X-Men cartoon series lend their work on here as well. A few missing frames of animation, but the reason why I liked this version better than the American version is because of the fact that there's a cheat code to play as Juggernaut. In the American version, sadly that code was omitted, and that's one of the reasons why I sought out to get the Japanese version. Great find. If you can see it out there in the wild, pick it up. Up next is, I really don't know what genre I should put this game. It's Dragon Ball Z Legends. And I guess I could call it a strategy fighting game, considering that it has some weird elements from both of the genres mixed together. As you already know, he plays Dragon Ball Z characters. It has cutscenes from the actual manga. I enjoyed this game more than the one-on-one fighting games because of the presentation that it had. It felt more like I was playing the animated series. And I just love the gameplay. As you can see here, it's hectic, it's erratic. Sometimes you could be lost in the environments, but that's a quick fix. Just a couple of button taps and then you're right back onto speed. Such a great game. Now here, what we have is what I refer to as a good Virtua Fighter 2 clone. This is Zero Divide, the Final Conflict. And what I mean by that is that it has great high-res visuals. The animation is 60 frames per second, smooth controls. It even uses the same attack, block, kick format as Virtua Fighter, which makes it an easy transition from that game to this game. I would recommend playing this game at the highest difficulty setting if you are familiar with the Virtua Fighter series. As you can see, it has quite a limited number of characters, but they each have their own personality, considering that they are, I guess, androids or robots, whatever you want to call it. But it is a great game, great soundtrack, great use of color, background's phenomenal. Try it out. Alright, here's an obvious pick. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. 100% arcade perfect. Smooth controls, the animation is flawless. It's not missing not a single frame. Every frame of animation from the arcade is ported onto the Sega Saturn version. Of course, you already know you do need the 4 megabyte RAM card. The load times with the cart are about 2 seconds in between each level. But man, is it such a fun ride. I like playing this game a lot more than the XMen vs. Street Fighter game because this game has Cyber Akuma. Lots of hidden characters in this game. You have Mecha, Zangief, a lot of characters in here. But man, such a great game to play. You already know, if you see it out there, get it. Now lastly, I wanted to show you a really cool game, Super Tempo. This is a sequel to the 32X game, and I love this game. Awesome sprite work. The environments are just so lush and colorful. The backgrounds contain a heavy use of parallax scrolling. The animation is so smooth. Few gripes though. The jumps can be a little imprecise because he has like these floaty mechanics that would maybe get in the way when you're trying to jump from enemy to enemy. Other than that, such a great ride. If you see this game out there, pick it up. I think it's on the pricey side, so go ahead and emulate this one. You won't be disappointed. And of course, with that said, I want to thank everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see you later.